Matt.
And this is Lucas.
And this is Thanks for Playing,
the podcast where we break down the most iconic video games the world has to offer.
Ho! Woo! January 9th, baby! January 9th. Only 3 days after the iconic January 6th. Make of that day what you will. The boys are back.
Did you say iconic?
The boys are back. Of course, myself and Lucas joined as well by the Milkman. Milkman, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm milky. I'm full of fats.
Hey, Milkman.
What kind of intro is this?
The streets are saying you're drinking skim milk these days instead of 2%. Can you confirm or deny these rumors?
I don't do skim milk. I will say I am currently doing oat milk. It's 2024. I'm trying to shave the weight off. And I'm trying not to shit my brains out.
You're also not eating baked goods anymore, I heard.
That is actually true. Yeah, no cookies, no pies.
Wow.
No. What else? Croissants. No.
So
We're
I know
gonna have a
Chambers.
conversation.
You and Matt.
Wait, can I ask why?
Yeah, technically bread is a baked good as well.
I know. Well, baked desserts.
Oh, okay.
So-
That's what?
You and Matt, you got a sweet tooth, huh? You're a sweet tooth guy.
I do, but Chambers, baby, the sweet tooth ain't the problem. It's the macronutrients you're putting in the caloric intake, baby.
Well, sugar though.
Fruit has sugar. It literally means nothing. Like, it's calories in, calories out. You watched Fullmetal Alchemist. I know what some of you here did. Equivalent exchange, baby. Energy cannot be created.
One
or
guy
consumed.
here.
I understand that I need like a certain amount of calories, and it's not purely for weight reasons. It's also just like I could be intaking calories that have other things in them besides just like processed sugar. Like buying cookies from Ralph's is less healthy than the same amount of calories from like
A banana.
Yeah, from a banana or from peanut butter or something. That's the idea.
I think cutting back on baked desserts is.
It's not a bad thing. You know what? I apologize. I came at you without understanding your goals.
And it kind of it's a to me it's like when people say this to me when they say I can't do it, I'm like watch me.
Yeah.
And
you're
so
motivated by
it's
the
very
haters.
empowering. It's like if I can not eat a cookie, what else can I do?
That's hot. Hey, well, props to you,
Champ?
Chambers. I have a fat sweet tooth. In fact, I've been eating a lot of sweets the past just like 6 weeks, really, since kind of Thanksgiving, honestly.
Me too, bro.
It's just been like a consistent onslaught of baked goods in my pantry or my fridge or whatever. It's been fucking delightful, honestly.
Oh yeah.
See, I'm not a baked goods guy. I don't really have
bro,
crave
I'm
dessert or anything like that.
I love good food, but I love dessert, man. I have a fat sweet tooth.
I could have like cookies sitting out for weeks. I end up throwing like a lot of baked goods away all the time.
I could crush one of those Chewy Chips Ahoy packages in like one day.
Fuck, delicious.
One
Amazing.
day,
One
dude,
day.
I could have like.
Okay, even I'm not that crazy, Chambers.
I'm with Chambers.
Wow,
It is
you
so
guys are-
easy to just get carried away with those Chips Ahoy.
Yeah. Now you see why
I'll
I
just
gave
eat
it up.
like 3. I'll just have 3 and then
How
I'm
can you
chilling.
only eat 3? How does that
Because
satisfy?
man, my tummy hurts after that. I just like I don't know. I get satisfied very easily with sweet stuff. So I guess I'm lucky.
I don't. I'm like
Yeah.
Hamilton. I've never
satiated.
Never satiated. Yeah. What if he's
should we talk-
satiated?
Should we talk about video games?
Right after I introduce Hot Mickey. Hot Mickey, how you doing, baby?
Oh, he didn't introduce. He's been talking the whole time.
Doing
I know.
fantastic.
But gotta do it formally. Keep going.
I've been playing like a shit ton of League of Legends. Last like 2 weeks because a new champion came out, Hui, and he has the most abilities out of anyone in League of Legends. He has 11 abilities.
Dude.
Because each of his
too
QWE
many.
abilities each have 3 different abilities. So if
What
you
the
hit
fuck?
Q, there's a new page of abilities, a new set of QWE, where like his Qs are all damaging abilities, his W are all utility abilities, and then his E are all crowd control abilities.
So it's more than Ophelios because doesn't Ophelios have a similar kit where he swaps out
Yes.
abilities?
Yeah. Ophelios has 5 different guns, and what he levels up is stats, not more abilities.
Okay. So he doesn't have as many abilities. Okay.
Correct.
So how you doing on that champ, Mickey?
Dude, he's so fun.
Are you winning?
I'm probably
Are you
like
winning,
50-50
son?
right now. I'm probably like 50-50 right now, but I'm usually like one of the top damage outputters in the game.
Oh.
And I'm trying to get Mastery 7 on him. I just got Mastery 6 on him today, and it's
you've been playing
it's
a lot.
really easy because in League's Mastery system, you usually have to get S rank on champions, and how in terms of getting S rank, it compares you against the field. How did you do? And Hui's win rate is super low. It's piss easy to be getting these S ranks. So this will probably be my fastest Mastery
easy.
7.
Oof. I love that.
Probably be my fastest Mastery 7
Urine
champion.
easy.
Hell yeah. Mickey, I saw you streaming last night. You weren't streaming League though.
Yeah, because I've also been playing a game called Played Up.
Which is
like
a knockoff.
Yummy.
It's a knockoff Overcooked.
Yeah. It is definitely a knockoff of
Is it better?
Overcooked.
Why are you not just playing Overcooked?
I got introduced to this because some of the streamers I watch, Atriox, Stans, Ludwig, all played it up. It looked super fun. I was like, hey, I want to play this with my friends, and that's how.
They got
And
ranked
I really
mode.
enjoyed the game.
They have ranked mode.
No, there's not ranked mode.
Damn.
But
Are you
like,
S ranked in Played
it's
Up?
like a. It feels like a speed run type of game, so that's why I really enjoy it.
Okay.
You should play
Try hard shit.
Just played Neon White.
Neon White. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, are you playing that one, Mickey? Are you doing that one with us for the pod?
No, I'll pass on that one for now, but
We'll get you on the next one. We'll get you on the next one.
next one.
Well, speaking of which, should we talk about what we've been playing overall? Well,
I
Mickey
just-
answered the question. Mickey just did. I'll go next. Neon White. Hell yeah. Matt, I know you've been playing Neon White. We've been doing it for the pod. It's been very, very fun. I'm playing it on my Steam Deck. I'm playing it like an hour in bed every night, and it's incredible.
Ooh.
It's really, I totally understand the hype. I totally get it. It's a ton of fun, and it's kind of perfect. I mean, I think we had a lot of AAA fatigue, Matt, near the end of the year, and it's really nice to just play like a really sharp indie. Like just the inputs and just like the direction of the game, the speed of the game. It's just insanely tactile, insanely sharp. So it's been a joy to play. And also the finals. Ridiculous playing the finals. So it's those. We'll talk about the finals probably a lot more on this episode. But I've been playing a lot of that. I think I have 34 hours in the finals already.
Damn.
In like the last month.
Try
Yeah.
hard.
I feel like I've played it more than most people that I know, including you guys. But
Yeah.
loving the finals. And then last night, I sat down with a glass of wine to play Baldur's Gate around 5:30, and I blinked and it was 9:30. It was like literally a Baldur's Gate rabbit hole, like so
Hell
deep
yeah.
in it. And like I think the game definitely takes a little while it took a while for me to like actually get a hold of what was going on and like understand spell slots and like build outs and just the general like rhythm and gameplay loop of like going to your camp, long resting, like going to the like it's very very traditional compared to other RPGs or even like what we're used to, like a Fallout or something, or like a Skyrim where it's so much more like toned down. Baldur's Gate is just like so awesome. And when you're just landing like all these checks all day, Matt, I know Matt, when you land like a good check, something's happening in the brain, dude.
Something's
Where
happening.
Dude,
you're just like
your inner
ooh,
gambler, your inner degenerate.
It's like when I
Yes. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like there's a gambling aspect of the game that you feel too, because like every moment is like a skill check. And like, yeah, just there. I had a session last night where I was hitting like every single skill check, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm on fire! I'm on fire!" Like it was like, "Come on, give me the 20, give me the 20."
Got
You
me
get
heating
it?
up.
Yeah, heating up. Exactly,
lose.
dude. Exactly. So anyway, those 3 games have really taken over my life. Kind of. Baldur's like at different points in the day, I'm kind of wanting to play a different one, and they're all very, very different from each other. So that's been fun. And of course, still streaming RuneScape every single week on Wednesdays on our Twitch channel. So,
Quickly rising up the RuneScape streaming ranks.
dude, it's been awesome actually. Shout out to all the viewers, especially Shiny. Shiny Beware actually was watching my last stream for a while, and then we partied at his house in RuneScape after I finished Recipe for Disaster.
Oh.
That was a long-term achievement. There also is a supercut of Recipe for Disaster, me doing it for the very first time on YouTube. Check it out on our channel.
Yeah,
Wow.
love it. I've been also been playing a lot of Neon White. Pretty much, I won't dive too much into it because obviously we're gonna have a full episode on it. But I'm loving it. It's pretty sick. I got to like my first boss battle sequence recently. The other day, actually, I streamed it, which is a live VOD on, or maybe a live. We might have taken it down. I'm not sure. I streamed it the other day, which was pretty fun.
Okay, sick.
So you can check that out. It was a quick hour stream, but yeah, playing that, loving it. Like Lucas said, a lot of AAA fatigue. So this is really what I need right now. Lethal Company, we had a really great session with 6 of us last week. It was super fun.
Oh yeah.
That VOD might be on there as well. And then what else am I playing? I'm kind of on and off with Baldur's Gate 3 right now. I play maybe 2 to 4 hours a week, and honestly, I'm really enjoying that cadence for me. I'm going to just be playing it for a year, I think, on and off. And I think that's kind of, for that kind of game, I think that's perfect for me right now. I'm planning on starting a new Cyberpunk save pretty soon. I need to finish the game on my current one, and I'm going to start a new one where it's going to be more of a netrunner hacker type one. I'm excited for that. And then, of course, the finals. And quick update for everyone. Big update. I did, in fact, return the Valve Index. And
one episode later,
I have instead, and I returned it 2 days later, I've instead ordered a MetaQuest 3. I've decided I'm choosing to support Zuckerberg over Gabe Newell. Got zucked, baby.
Selling your soul.
Basically, the MetaQuest 3 is just a more more up-to-date piece of technology. I mean, the lenses are better. Literally, it's double the resolution in each lens. It's pancake lenses, which is supposed to be better than the current ones in the Index. If Valve had a current version of their Index, I probably would have stuck with that. But I was kind of stupid not to get the Quest 3 first. And honestly, too, the wire bugged me more than I thought it would. Because a lot of the games I was playing,
Mickey, you're typing really loud.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Hey!
Okay,
and I think I could hear whatever you got going on in the background there, Mick. That's right.
Yeah,
Wait, what has he got going on in the background? I didn't hear anything.
Farted.
What's going on?
Nothing going on.
I didn't hear anything. Okay, no, we're keeping this in.
Okay, we're keeping this in. I thought I heard a radio in the background or something. It's good. It's good. I returned to my Valve Index. I'm getting MetaQuest 3. MetaQuest wins in pretty much everything from what I can tell except 2 categories. One, the audio that it comes with, but I can fix that by just wearing my own earbuds or headphones while I play. The microphone isn't as good in the MetaQuest 3, but I'm not really planning on playing that many social games. So I don't think that'll be an issue. And then the tracking is just never going to be as good because it's inside out tracking. So it's coming from, there's cameras tracking my hands. Whereas with the Index, I had actual sensors set up. So those sensors will always be inherently better. But from what I've gathered, unless I'm playing Beat Saber on expert, it's really not an issue. Which I never will be because I'm trash at rhythm games. So yeah, I am. That should actually be coming. We're recording this on Tuesday, the 9th. That should be coming tomorrow, the 10th. So I'm excited to experience some wireless VR and report back to you all.
All right. Hell yeah, dude. I'm excited. Also, the AR component too.
Yeah, it has mixed reality, which will be super sick. I've actually seen some pretty cool games you can play from it, just from what I've seen on YouTube. Ones where it sets up your house to be zombies breaking into it. So
I saw that one.
For that.
Yeah.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, and what I'm really excited about too. PC VR definitely has its perks, but there's ways to use PC VR with the Quest, just linking it either by an Air Link or a literal link cable. So I can do that. Or the other thing I'm excited for is being able to actually take it places. 'Cause I was thinking oh man, I would love to show my parents this. They would have a trippy time in it,
Throw up.
And I wasn't going to be able to do that with the Index. So I'm excited to be able to travel with the MetaQuest and spread the VR and Zuck's gospel to the world.
Nice, dude. I'm excited. To try it once you get it.
Yeah, it's going to be
I'm
fun.
gonna vomit.
Yeah. Chambers,
Pro,
what you been playing?
All right. I'm gonna repeat the same shit as you guys. A lot of Baldur's Gate. I'm doing a sorcerer run. The theme song is very cool. Good theme song for the game. And I'm trying to get together a full squad of people to do a run of 4 people together. It's full just
Ooh.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm down.
Style. Fuck yeah.
Well, I'm down too. That
All
sounds
right.
great.
We should do it.
It's done.
All right. There we go. And then
It is done.
It's done. We're doing it. It's
Cool.
already done. Yeah.
And then I've been playing some Lethal Company. Yeah, I streamed when we had the 6 people. That's always chaotic. Mods are great in that game. They're very funny. And the finals, I'm not very good at it, but it is fun. It is also chaotic. I hope you share that clip that you hit yesterday, Lucas, because that was one of those entertaining.
Oh, dude, did you guys see the clip I sent to the group chat earlier?
I actually have not had the chance. Is it short? Can I watch it right now?
Yeah, it's like 20 seconds.
Yeah,
I need a live
I'll watch
reaction
it right
to
now.
that as soon as you can. Okay, so a little bit of context. It was me, Chambers, and Abel. We were playing.
Yep.
We were fighting Orange to take control of the box. We wipe them. I begin to steal the cash box. There's mines everywhere that I managed to avoid, and like I'm sitting between all these mines.
He's
I
surrounded.
start stealing it.
Bro, Lucas,
And then
you're
Abel-
cracked.
And then Abel walks in and blows all the mines up while I'm stealing.
I'm
And we
watching this
lost
in
the
real
game.
time.
And we lost the game, bro.
I'm also
cooked,
watching real time.
bro.
That's
I
incredible.
cooked those 2 dudes too. I quick scoped 2 guys in a row, including a heavy, and then just ran in there to steal. And then you can't hear the audio because it was in Discord, but I'm literally screaming like, "I'm stealing! Don't come in! There's mines! Don't come in!" And then
Yeah.
Abel just comes in, blows the whole thing off, and Chambers is already dead, so he just like saw the whole thing.
No,
play
I was
out.
outside. I was just watching you.
Oh.
And then he ran
Oh,
right
okay,
in front of me and jumped in. And his character's body is like this flamboyant, sexy cowboy that just leaps into the room and
Dude,
takes the building down.
it was probably the funniest. It was probably the funniest moment in gaming that I've had in a really long time because Abel
lost.
just
Bro,
started.
you're kind of nice with the sniper though.
Dude, right?
He was
Dude,
cracked.
that's why I was kind of pissed when he actually ruined that because we could have won the game based on that play and I would have clipped that. But instead, he like blew it up, and then 30 seconds later, the match just ends and we lose. And I was literally Abel just started laughing so hard he couldn't even talk in the mic, and I was just like, "Abel, what do you have to say for yourself? Fucking say something!" And he just like couldn't say anything. He was just laughing, and I was like, "We're gonna lose because of you, bro." And like, it was funny because earlier in the night, I kept telling him how he steps on mines too much. And I started calling him a mine stepper, and then he's gonna keep that reputation forever now.
Yeah, he's the mind guy.
Yeah. Anywho, I think that's everything we've been playing, right?
Yeah, that covers it.
All right. I did want to dive into real quick. We did have a YouTube video come out. We also have an article on thanksforplaying.live about the current state of PlayStation Plus. Matt had his beautiful face in the video as he talked about it. The video is actually really, really informative for anybody that wants to check it out on our YouTube channel. I just wanted to check in. So, Matt, how are you feeling about PlayStation Plus personally? Are you sub? Do you want to sub? Do you feel like it's going to get better? What's your overall thought?
So here's where I'm at, Lucas. Before we produced that video, I was a PlayStation Plus premium member.
Mm-hmm.
Premium. I was given Sony $160 a year. Mickey, can you believe that?
That's actually insane.
That's
That's a lot.
insane.
Dude,
That's a lot.
It's fucking insane.
it's like a shitty
So-
hotel.
It's like a shitty hotel, baby. One night. You know what I could do with $159 in Vegas, baby? Shit.
Turn that
Lose it all.
into zero.
I could lose it all.
Go negative with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Go negative. Yeah, it could be great.
You get a
So
mediocre
before we jump
Would have been
on
more
this
fun than
podcast
PA
here,
Plus.
Mickey, I'm talking. I'm on one tonight. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you are. You are. You really are.
steak.
Before I jumped on tonight to record this podcast with you fellas, I downgraded to the essential tier just to play the occasional multiplayer game I do play on my PS5. Yeah, I do think if you're a brand new gamer, right, the PS5 is your first console, and for whatever reason, maybe you don't like Xbox exclusives, so you decided, I'm going to get PS5 over an Xbox Series X, right? If you're that player, if you're that console owner, there is immense value, I think, in the PlayStation Plus Premium. You'll get a great library of You'll get a good library of games. They'll keep you busy for a very long time for $160 for the year. That's sick. That's awesome. But for someone that's played a lot of the games there I want to play over the years, and doesn't have as much time to commit to gaming anymore as I would like, I don't need it. I just don't need it. The value's not there. The monthly games aren't that good. I don't give a shit about Ubisoft Classics. The game catalog for someone that's been around a while is just kind of fine. There's some good stuff there like Horizon Forbidden West, but honestly, Forbidden West doesn't really seem that interesting to me. And I think it's just a little excessive. And honestly, I was almost just going to cancel it entirely, but I'm sure within the next year there'll be some multiplayer thing I'll play online, or I'm sure that I'll play probably Street Fighter at some point again within the next year or something like that. So I kept the essential tier. And you still get, monthly games with that. But yeah, I just don't see a lot of value in the premium tier anymore for most gamers, I'd say.
Wait, is that an annual subscription or monthly?
You can choose.
You pay annual.
Okay.
You can do monthly. It's like same how Xbox was back in the day. Monthly, 3 months at a time, or annually.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously each tier is a little bit cheaper.
I'm pretty much with you, Matt. I mean, I think my main thing is that the game catalog is just simply not as good as something like Game Pass. The game catalog is just doesn't have as many bangers for one, and it's a lot, dude. 160 a year. Like I remember Game Pass was half that price and had better games when it was half that price for like the standard whatever baseline Game Pass tier. I think there was only one tier at the time. I don't know if Game Pass is still
Game
like
Pass is $10 a month right now.
Yeah, dude. So it's
or 60 for the year.
Yeah, so 60 for the year. That's what I was paying for during COVID, during 2020. And I remember I would tell Matt every single week, like, dude, you got to get Game Pass. It's like the best value by far. I played Oberdin on Game Pass. I played Outer Wilds on Game Pass, and it paid for itself just immediately when I did that. And that was early on in the pod too. There's a ton of games that have gotten added. And granted, there are some decent PlayStation Plus games that are out there. And I do think that the price hike like really did not help with what Sony was doing, because the price hike happened several months ago and everything basically went up like 15-20% for all the tiers. So the essential tier went from 60 to 80, the extra went from 100 to 135, and the premium went from 120 to 160. That's a huge increase. And they just like nothing great came out of it. Honestly, like it didn't even catch up with Game Pass despite a price hike. So not into it. And there's also, I didn't know this actually until we were doing stuff for this article to look into it. 100 Sony movies are free with this with the PlayStation Plus subscription, and I'm like, who cares?
What's
it's
Sony
crazy
movies?
like that's like a selling point. I don't know. It's on the Sony Pictures Core app, which I didn't even know existed. So there's a Sony streaming app where you can watch Sony movies.
Yeah,
Pictures
I was
stuff.
actually totally unaware of that before this article.
Completely unaware. Yeah. So obviously, and who's going to their Sony app to watch something? We already have like 4 or 5 streaming apps at any given time just getting thrown at us. So yeah, it's not the best product on the market right now, just flat out. And honestly, I think if you're gonna do anything, like I'm on the essential tier. Well, actually, I'm not. I canceled my subscription altogether. But once it comes around, I'm probably just going to go to the essential tier. But I was on the premium when I had it.
Hell yeah.
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 So, Chambers, are you on Game Pass at all?
Oh,
your PC?
yeah. I've been on Game Pass for a few years now because I had an Xbox One before I had my PC. And, yeah, it's fucking awesome.
What do you got on it?
What do I got? I got honestly I barely use it right now. I use it for big benefit of it was like being in Xbox parties with my Xbox friends, but now that Discord is a thing, there's that. I don't play Halo anymore. I will say this was one of my headlines that I was going to talk about later, but it got leaked that Baldur's Gate is going to be coming to Game Pass.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But right now I haven't actually been taking advantage of it. There's like
That's actually
Starfield
huge.
and Payday and shit. But yeah, Baldur's Gate is game of the year, literally, and people are going to be able to play it on Xbox. I think PS Plus You could play like the first couple hours of it for free, but that's it. So not the same.
Not great.
No.
Oh man. Well, shall we get over to the final verdict? PS Plus needs improvement.
Yes.
Thank you, Sony. Should we jump over to some headlines?
I knew it.
Yeah, Mickey, you haven't talked in a while. Tell us what you got today.
Give it to us.
Actually, how many of you guys are familiar with the game theorist Matt Pat?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I know what you're gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah, he just announced today that March 9th will be his very last episode, and he will be passing on the baton to somebody else. I didn't watch the whole video, so I don't know who he's passing on to, but he will be retiring after March 9th. The end of an era.
Yeah. How old is he?
13 years is when they made their first. 13 years ago they made their first video. Yeah.
Wow. 13 years. That's a good run.
He was definitely one of the first channels I watched growing up, and then by the time when he started making film theories, and I think there's one others he also started doing. That's when I stopped watching his content, and then that's also when the internet started getting a big hate boner for him.
Game theorist.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that channel. I really like film theory too, actually. I think it's pretty well done. The stuff they actually do genuine research around their videos and stuff. No, Matt Pat is great. I discovered him around maybe 2017, probably around 2017, 2018. I got into his videos, just going down the rabbit hole. I think I first got into his Undertale videos, which he did a lot of really cool theories for.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I have nothing, I don't know any of the drama that's ever been around him, but I've certainly never had a hate boner. I've always loved his content. Honestly,
he just needs a haircut.
I wish it's content we would make sometime. Actually, I don't wish. That'd be a lot of work, but like, I would not be mad if we ever made that kind of content. I think it's very high standard. He's done a lot of good for YouTube. He's like consulted for other channels and stuff, from what I understand. He interviewed, I want to say he had a chance to talk to the Pope about video games or something. Like, he's done some crazy stuff.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, no, I'm serious.
That's awesome.
Mickey,
I do not know about this. Let me check.
Is it a sin to get a prostitute in GTA?
Let me check that, Matt.
Yeah, we need to fact check that ASAP.
Yeah, their YouTubers some YouTubers had a chance to meet Matt or the Pope, and one of them was Matt Pat, and he gifted him a copy of Undertale.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god! What world are we living in? That's awesome.
And yeah, so there's like 4 main channels they have right now. There's the game theory, food theory, film theory, and then I think the 4th is like style or fashion theory, like a relatively newer one. And they're all pretty successful. Obviously, game theory is kind of the bread and butter, but yeah, he's handing them off to 4 individual hosts, so 4 people will have their, be taking over each one respectively. I think he's still going to be like involved in like the background, very, very like big picture, but he's like, he's a dad of a young child. He wants to like be a dad.
I think he has 2 kids now.
Yeah. Spend time with his wife and like not have to always like, because his wife's very involved with the company.
Yeah,
too,
his wife Stephanie definitely is involved in a lot.
So
of
they're both stepping back to just be humans for a bit, which hey, good for them.
Hey, that's
They've
great.
done their dues. So nothing but happiness for them.
And they definitely made some big, so they could definitely retire early.
Dang.
Yeah. Dang. Okay. Well, yeah. Big news. Obviously, huge news in the industry. I got one for you guys. Also, big news. Not very happy news, but this is actually today via GamesIndustry.biz. Unity has announced another round of layoffs.
That was on my
guys
list too. Fuck.
1,800 jobs. Okay. This is also reported by The Verge. Unity cited, quote, restructures and refocuses on its core business and, quote, to position itself for long-term and profitable growth as reason for this decision. 25% of their total workforce across all teams, according to Unity's director of PR.
25%?
25% of their total workforce across all teams. And this is crazy. 1,800 jobs. That's kind of huge. I don't know where like a lot of these jobs would have come from. That means their company is 4 times 1,800 jobs. Seems huge. I didn't realize how large they were. And of course, there was round of layoffs back in November when Unity got rid of 265 employees after its termination agreement with VFX studio Weta. So Yeah, it's a company reset according to a recent shareholder letter. Obviously, you know, when it comes to stuff like this, it's just a bunch of kind of mumbo jumbo, like corporate speak, when it comes to like layoff stuff. I mean, somebody was predicting compression in the market and, or things were mismanaged. But the point is, you know, 25% of the workforce over at Unity has been laid off. So it's very sad. Very, very sad.
Well, Lucas, I'll raise your 25% to 35%, as reported by Bloomberg. 35% of Twitch's staff will be getting laid off as early as this week.
Damn.
Oh my God, what?
Jesus.
Even
What
with the
the
bathtub
fuck?
streams coming back, that didn't solve
Yep.
anything?
The what coming back? Sorry.
Oh no! Oh, what you're thinking of is the nudity thing that they enabled, and it got backtracked so fast.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, apparently Twitch is. There's no official report, so there's no like official reasoning given by Twitch yet. This is just as reported by Bloomberg.
Just for the vibe.
35%?
Be about 500 employees. Yep.
That's so,
Wow.
dude. How,
That's
like,
sad.
if you lose 35% of the staff at your company, how's your company even look the same after that?
Yeah,
Like
no,
internally. That's a lot.
That's almost half.
That's almost half, dude. That's
That's
crazy.
I have got a fun game to play with, guys. So for Unity,
Okay,
how much do you think the senior VP and CMO of Unity makes?
Ooh.
Several $30 million. It's not an American company. What's the? It's French. No, I'm thinking Ubisoft.
I'll say
Where's Unity
10,
based?
10 million.
This money is in U.S. dollars.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
5.3.
15.
5.3.
I'm gonna go 15.
Matt was the closest. It's 32 million.
God damn.
Dude, oh my God, that's a lot.
Like when you can pay your top staff that much, how are you laying off
Dude, somebody fucked up.
25% of
I'm telling you.
your staff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Like, if you're laying
didn't-
off that many, it's not the staff's fault.
You-
it is upper brass's
You know, they
fault.
laid
They're
off
the
the
ones who
guy
should be
that
taking the
had-
hit.
Yeah.
They're like they're told something's wrong. Like something was predicted wrong or numbers were off. I don't know. 1800 is so many. 25%.
Senior VP, general counsel, and corporate secretary. That person makes 20 mil. President of Create Solutions makes
Damn.
16 mil.
Are they-
Mickey,
Executive
what's the
vice
source
president.
here?
This is salary.com.
Ooh,
Hell yeah.
the number one source, dude. It's literally the name. Wow, that's crazy. Can we look up some Twitch execs on this one too, Mickey?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Let me see if I
So
can find that.
so what?
Can you
So
look
it's a
up my
Bloomberg.
CEO?
Is it more or less a rumor, Matt? At the end of the day, because it's Bloomberg reporting with no details, or is it a
Correct. I'm not. Isn't Bloomberg supposed to be reputable though?
No, they are. So they
Yeah.
probably have a really good source internally, but I mean, we don't know the reasons for it quite yet. Is what I'm saying.
Still conjecture at this point, but based off Bloomberg reporting it, I'd be shocked if it
Dang.
didn't.
Yeah. What do we think? I mean, is Twitch messing up, or like are they just hemorrhaging
Man,
money?
it's not even.
It seems.
It's just tech, baby. It's
Yeah.
just tech.
Yeah, maybe it's just
Um,
everything's just.
We're also
overinflated,
like
huh?
going through a recession, but we're just not going to say that we are.
No, we're not going through a recession.
Yeah. We're just slowly receding.
Well, apparently, the average Twitch executive makes around 400,000.
What?
Chump change.
Seems low.
Yeah, that does seem low. So I'm looking more into it.
Okay, get on that, Mickey.
Yeah.
Get on that. Let's move on to another
Yeah.
headline. Anybody got anything
Yeah,
positive?
260, 400. That's what
I
I'm
have
finding.
this isn't really a headline. This is just something I've seen in my YouTube algorithms. But back when we were on the Street Fighter grind, they're like fighting what do you call them? Fighting pads? Fight sticks. Like ones that were like very if you wanted it to work on every platform, it's very expensive because the company Brooks kind of has the market cornered on having the license for PS5 fight sticks. Boards like what Mickey has, like DIY style PCBs, those were like you could make a fight stick for like $50 if you wanted. Yeah, he 3D printed one and had his homie put together. It's really cool. Now apparently there is now an add-on you can put onto those PCBs that make them work for PS5. So Fuck off.
God, I've been needing this. I was trying to finagle mine so long, and I couldn't get it to work, and I gave up.
Because the literal difference between like what he has and one that looks exactly like it, but you can play on PS5 is usually like $150. But now people can just slap on a little extra chip and do it for free.
All right, that's good news.
So, great news for the fighting community, and anybody who does that shit.
So I got one for you guys. So for those that don't know, I have somewhat of a history and kind of degeneracy within stock markets and crypto.
Oh, really?
Most recently, this has been brought slightly back to the surface by one of my reports on my team at work. He's a very big crypto guy, has done very well in crypto actually, but he's also not one to shy away from a good meme coin. And he has me convinced that Pepe, the frog, the meme coin, is going to pop off.
There's a Pepe coin?
No.
There's a Pepe coin.
Matt, get out.
What's it at? What's it at right now?
I'm warming up the story. So anyways, point is, he believes this coin has a good chance of popping off, with the catalyst being if the ETFs from BlackRock get approved, the Bitcoin ETFs and Ethereum, whatever they're doing. And today, so we've been watching these reports like hawks. Today, the SEC official government-sanctioned Twitter account tweeted that they had approved these Bitcoin ETFs, right?
What?
Crazy. The market kind of starts moving. Everything goes up like 5-6%, instantly, whatever, a few percent, whatever. Great. We're excited. Maybe 5 minutes later, I get a message from my buddy at work. He says, "Oh my God, the SEC Twitter account was hacked."
What?
Oh my God.
Are you serious?
Did you sell?
Then I didn't sell it. The Pepe didn't move that much in that instance, so I didn't sell it at all. And honestly, I'm not even sure how to sell it. It's kind of it's kind of a problem actually, because I had to actually, I can't just do this like Rob. I'm actually like on Web3 now. It's a whole thing. It's very confusing.
Okay.
You're a Web3 guy now?
I'm apparently, yeah.
Well, you're getting a Meta Quest, so you're a web guy. You're a Web3 guy.
I'm a web guy. But
I'm an internet guy.
So then like the head, whatever, one of the higher up chairman people, whoever at the SEC tweeted from his own account, like, so we're compromised. That's not a real tweet. We have not approved anything yet. And he's tweeting this, but while the account is still compromised and it still has that tweet up there. Absolutely insane. And the reason this is so insane, it's more than just a ha-ha, right? Like, this is a genuine... This is like if NVIDIA tweeted, "We're acquiring AMD." Like, that's how much...
it's massive.
This made a lot of people money.
This made people millionaires, certain people in millionaires in an instance, right? Like brought up their net worth 5% or whatever in an instant, right? So my question to you guys is, like, let's say something like this happened to, a public company like NVIDIA, AMD, Tesla, Facebook, whatever. Even if they were hacked, I feel like they'd be under large suspicion of attempting to move the markets in their favor and commit basically fraud, right? And likely the SEC would hold them extremely accountable for that and produce some sort of fines. Yes. So my question is to you, should the SEC be held accountable? And if so, how? What I think is it should come in the form of some form of tax breaks or refunds to everyone that has to report cryptos on their taxes this year.
It's like we get to fine the people who fine us.
Exactly. I think there should be some sort of rebate back to people that hold crypto.
I'd love
to hear from all of you.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a pretty complex thing. I mean, I think if it was like you said, like if Tesla were to get hacked and then or NVIDIA were to get hacked and say we're acquiring AMD and like the stock just gets pumped like crazy for a day, I think that company is just completely liable because they just didn't have tight enough cybersecurity with their own devices, and they were like, if a company gets hacked, it's their own fault for getting hacked to a certain degree, right? Mm-hmm. And like the SEC, though, I mean, they're not necessarily accountable to anybody except for technically us, the taxpayers, in an ideal world. So yeah, I mean, I think that's probably the best solution. Although I can't really think of an elegant way that could really get done, because like you'd have to specifically report the Pepe coin. Like if you just own like
or if you own like Ethereum or like more.
Yeah,
like
I guess that's true, but like not every coin necessarily moved. I mean, I'm assuming that most of the crypto moved at the same time in the market, but not all of them moved like exactly at the percentage. I mean, if you're telling me if you own like one piece of shit coin, then you get like the tax break, or it just seems like a really messy thing to report. So it might be very difficult for this to even happen.
In principle, yes, but in like practically, it wouldn't actually work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I'm sure I might have a wallet somewhere. I might have a wallet somewhere that I could just get the tax break on too.
A Coinbase wallet.
Yeah, dude. FTX, are they still around?
No,
they're not. Hey, Mickey, are they still a sponsor? Are they still an MLB sponsor?
They're dead.
Yeah, they don't exist.
No, but they died,
They
but then they were still
exist.
sponsoring. They paid the money up front for like the umpire uniform sponsor. So they were just on umpire uniforms after they died.
They don't exist anymore. No corporation they're not a sponsorship to anyone.
Is crypto.com still around? I thought that they died too.
They still have the Staples Center name.
Yeah.
You mean the crypto.com?
The crypto.com arena?
Yeah.
I know they do, but I think they paid that up front. I thought crypto.com fizzled.
I think you're right. I do remember something like that.
Matthew,
Yes.
did they?
Yeah, crypto guy.
I'm sorry for the crypto arena.
Yeah.
Crypto-
No,
Or did they go
crypto.com.
under?
Did
They're
they
not
go
under.
under?
No.
They are.
Oh,
they're
okay.
around.
Okay.
Sorry,
I guess
I
it's
was
just
looking up.
FTX.
I wanted to see if FTX's website was still operational. It's
That guy
not.
got time, right? Or that dude, the FTX guy
Tom
got
Brady.
like shot
He
on,
did.
right?
He did get a verdict of guilty
He
He
got
hasn't
guilty
been
for
sentenced.
on
Yeah.
like
Okay,
5
yeah.
different counts.
right of being a crypto
And yes,
bro.
crypto.com appears to be fully operational still.
They renewed the domain.
Yeah.
All right, sick. Yeah. I'll buy some Pepe coin. Whatever. I'll do
But
it.
I think my view
We
of
like
like
this
the what the punishment should be is I think it depends on how the security breach happened and if it was because of negligence.
Yeah. Or what if it was X.com?
we need to see how it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be a psyop, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Honestly, yeah.
We just
There was
want
there's another like Twitter debacle in the sports world where one of those like football news Twitter accounts they were compromised for like over a year. Where like they're also like a podcast company.
How do you not know?
No, they know, but they had no idea who was logged into the account, and even though they kept changing their passwords, that account was still somebody still had it compromised and was able to tweet from it. So like for a full year, they couldn't do anything about it. And
You didn't try changing
they
the
were-
password?
No, they changed the password several times.
I
and
don't think they did.
that guy. No. I'll get
Was
to
it
it.
ball sack sports?
Let him talk.
It makes sense. It makes sense because they end up finding the person. But so the person ends up harassing like even like good friends of theirs and like reporters and like, sorry, this isn't me. Like this isn't us as a collective. Like because it was like definitely a different tone from when one of them would tweet from the account, and they were just so confused. And then someone gave them a tip, an anonymous tip, saying, "Hey, I think I know who this person is, and I know how they're doing it." And it turns out because it was it like Dov Kleiman, who like the NFL world hates already.
Dov.
They find out that he was the person behind this, and he was using TweetDeck, which doesn't even work anymore. You have to like get like a Google Chrome extension, but even if you change the password, like it still keeps you logged in. And when this anonymous tip told them how to log into the TweetDeck, they logged in and they saw there were 2 administrators. One was one person from their team, and the other was Dov Kleiman.
Wow.
And they were like, "Oh my god, it was this
And which
person."
team was this, Mickey? One more time.
Let me see.
Dude, that's crazy because I remember Twitter they rate limited or they shut down something around the time Elon Musk bought Twitter, where like he basically disallowed the usage of like third-party connections to Twitter, like any API connections that existed, or he severely limited them to the point where they didn't make any sense to use. So you had to use the Twitter app. And TweetDeck was one of these like basically tools for Twitter that like social media teams were using. And it was probably just under the radar because they probably just took it off of the UI, but it was still probably pinging the Twitter database and the Twitter server. So yeah, that's crazy. That's actually a crazy story. So
it's from the Game Day NFL.
I know that. I know that account. I see them all the time.
Dov Kleiman lives in Israel.
So it's interesting what we're kind of getting into here.
No, I read that. It's a fact. I didn't say it.
So
I'm not inferring anything.
So I'm thinking through things a little bit because like, are we saying that basically it's now possible for a hacker to just hack a Twitter account, put out some crazy news tweet, pump up the financial stock of basically any company given like who they hack, and no one can really do anything about it at the end of the day because like the damage will be done no matter what?
Well, I think like because my whole point of bringing that whole story is in this case, I sort of blame Twitter itself for that hack specifically because of the TweetDeck, because of like TweetDeck shutting down, and now like people don't have normal access to it anymore. So it's like so difficult to actually find that roundabout way to,
right?
Because it's not like he got access to it himself. He was
Yeah,
given
it
the
was-
access.
it was
He
a depreciated- yeah.
eventually.
It was a
And
depreciated like platform that was
Yes.
still had to Twitter is what it was. Yeah. So it's Twitter's
Exactly.
fault at the end of the day.
Exactly. So yeah, that in that case, I would say it's Twitter's fault. I don't know how with the SEC would how theirs was compromised. Depending on how the investigation behind that goes, it could change who to blame is for it.
Yeah.
And like what precautions the SEC took to actually have good security if they did any.
So like somebody could like Tim Cook could tweet out like Apple buying Microsoft, finalizing details Friday. And the Apple stock goes absolutely crazy. Even if it goes crazy for like an hour before like somebody figures out how to like just to shut that down right away. The amount of like financial movement that would happen in that 1 hour would be bonkers. And like there would not be a way to easily push the reset button on that. Yeah.
Isn't this a theory on why Elon Musk bought Twitter? Because he was tweeting shit and then got into legal trouble and had to make it into a reality.
I have not heard that, but that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah,
Elon just
that was a
tweets.
running
Elon would
theory.
just tweet. Elon tweets shit, and then the Tesla stock goes up. So, I mean, I guess it's no different, other than the fact that we're talking about a hacker doing it with even larger companies potentially. Like Matt's example is kind of perfect with Nvidia and AMD.
Yeah. I mean, that would be extremely egregious, but like people like Elon do stuff like that on a more minor level all the time.
Yeah.
And it is very legally questionable,
Yeah,
but it happens.
All
I got
right,
one for you, Matt.
I got
one for you real quick.
Go
This is a live reaction one, okay? So a trailer just dropped. Okay, I just put the link in the Discord server. It dropped 11 hours ago. I know you're interested in this one. The Pow World Early Access Release Date Announcement trailer. Need you to click on that one.
Yep.
I want to hear you talk through this. Oh, you did?
Hot Mickey put it in the Discord this morning.
I didn't see.
morning.
Dang,
Wow.
dude. I'm sorry, man. I'm busy.
Yeah.
Live reaction to Lucas.
I mean, I'll
fumbling the
talk
bag.
about it. I was gonna bring it up. No, man, Power.
Okay, it actually does look that.
I was talking to some
This
of my
actually,
boys
this
from
actually
college.
looks cool. Yeah, no, this
It
got
does
me
look pretty
a little
cool.
bit. I gotta say,
Bro,
watch
I
it while you guys talk.
have been a Power World truther for
a year,
how long now?
about a
Like
year,
and a
yeah.
half, honestly.
Yeah, about like a year and a half.
I've been on this game's hype train for a hot fucking minute. I'm really bummed actually. The 19th, I'm going to be out of town that whole weekend, so I won't be able to play till probably that Sunday or Monday night. But yeah, man, I am gassed for this game on many levels.
Is it gonna be
It's gonna
VR?
Super sick.
Ooh,
No, bro, I would for sure puke in that game in
Yeah.
VR. Honestly, it's gonna take a while for me to get my VR legs, but yeah, I think Power World's gonna be super sick. I think I need to, we're actually gonna have an article coming out on it soon where we'll have more info. I read somewhere that it might be up to 32 people in a server in the world at any given moment.
Yes.
Is that's right?
Yeah,
Sounds right,
that's
Mickey?
correct.
Yeah. So I think it's gonna be sick. I have some friends I know are gonna want to play. I'm sure you guys are probably gonna check it out at one point. People have been clowning on this game a little bit, but I've been here since day one since I discovered it, and I'm very excited about it. I think it's gonna be.
Yeah, you got me interested in the idea. I'm down.
Yeah, and you know what? Even if it turns out bad, I'm here. I'm so here for it. I'm probably gonna force myself to play it for at least a couple weeks.
Yeah, you better finish Neon White or whatever time.
I'm going to finish Neon White. I'm probably going to finish that pretty soon here, actually. I'm going to make a lot of time in over this weekend. What else was I going to say? But what's really cool as well, it's actually coming to Game Pass as well on Windows and on Xbox. So there's going to be a lot of players. I'm just, it's going to be cross-platform obviously as well between Xbox and Windows. So it's going to be sick. It's gonna be sick. I think honestly, getting it on Game Pass is gonna. I'm assuming. Well, I don't know what the game's gonna cost. I don't know because the game cost isn't even on Steam yet, so I don't know if it's gonna be free and then have in-game stuff, or if it's gonna be one upfront cost and then you have it. Since it's gonna be on Game Pass, that would imply there's gonna be some upfront cost to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be free. It
So
wouldn't
I'm
be
guessing
free
that's
if
how
it's
it is.
gonna be
Yeah.
on Game Pass.
So don't put Fortnite on there.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense. But yeah, I have no idea what it's going to cost on Steam yet, unless I missed it. They haven't announced that yet. But yeah, I'm stoked on that one, man. It's going to be sick. I'm already drawing out the floor plan for my pal factory.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
And all the ones that can't keep quota, those are the ones we eat.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It'll be a fun start of the year for sure.
Yeah.
Last thing I got from my side is Apple did announce their Apple Vision Pro to launch for February. Pre-orders begin January 19th. I'm not sure if you guys knew that. Now, it's kind of funny, Matt, because
like $3,500
well,
or something.
it's
right?
funny
You
we're
gotta
talking
buy
about
that
VR
too,
so
Matt.
much. Yeah, you got to buy this one afterwards if you return the Meta. It's way more expensive. It's like a completely different echelon price point wise.
I think it's $3,500.
Yeah. How much is the Meta Quest? Oh yeah,
500.
this is like a whole different.
But you can get a Quest. I'm getting a Meta Quest 3, but you can get a Meta Quest 2, which is a perfectly reasonable entry level VR product for like $250.
Yeah,
so
this
like,
is
Oh, okay.
3,500, 256 gigabytes of memory storage, and it has voiceover, zoom, switch control, and guided access. Those are some of the applications it's coming with. And then it also, I know this is, I'm not here to just like, plug it too much, but it is a 4K TV in each eyeball. So
What does that even mean?
it's a 4K TV, bro, on two sides.
In your eye?
It's a 4K TV in your brain. It's gonna be sick.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna look better than real life, actually.
What is my brain usually seeing? That's crazy.
I don't know. You don't have the best eyes though, so
Yeah, I don't. I gotta wear glasses. Yeah. What about people who have sight issues?
So you're gonna have to
wonder.
wear glasses and then put this on over it and
So what they'll probably do is, because I know for the Quest, there's like apparently I'll have
Extensions?
to try this out once I get it. Basically, like they claim that it's fine without glasses, even if you do have a glasses.
So they say.
Do you normally need them? Because I mean, the screen's right on your face. Why would it not be?
Yeah.
Where are you nearsighted or?
But should you need
I'm nearsighted.
prescription lenses, you are able. I'm
You guys are
nearsighted as
fine.
well.
Sick.
All
right.
Yeah, should you need prescription lenses, you are able to buy them and like input them as an accessory, basically.
But you guys are nearsighted, so you can see it. You can see close to you.
Yeah, it should be
Yeah.
fine.
All right. That was my final headline. Just wanted to kind of plug that real quick. I'm actually excited to see. I'm not buying one. I'm excited to see how the world is going to take it in. It's going to be cool to see like if it does well or not well. Either way, it doesn't really matter to me because I'm not a VR head yet. But like I hope that it does decent. I hope that it actually like enters the market and makes a
Yeah.
splash. I think that'd be cool.
I think it's I don't know. I'm a little skeptical. I think its appeal is more so along the lines of like enterprise
Mhm.
level, like companies will buy it for their workers. I don't know, man, like consumer headset for $3,500, people love Apple, so there's a lot of nerds out there that'll buy it just based off of it being an Apple product, but I don't know, man. That's pretty fucking
It
steep
is.
when there's like
It
other.
I was talking to a family member of mine about this because when the first iPhone came out, his work got him the first iPhone, and it was the same situation where it was like way more expensive than most phones were because it was like what $500 at the time.
I think $500-$600.
And yeah, and people felt the same way about it, but it's more for like higher level execs and people like that to have, and then those are kind of the guinea pigs of like how the next iterations of it's going to be, and eventually it will become a lot more accessible for
affordable
us plebeians.
I hope it succeeds. I do.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's.
despite returning to the index.
I think it is a smart move by Apple because they're kind of taking themselves out of like sort of the current ecosystem for headsets and just elevating themselves way above. And like if it is going to be used from a purely enterprise standpoint, like if you're a marketing team or a creative team or I mean even some kind of logistics team like at a warehouse or whatever, and a VR headset might help be efficient or kind of add a little bit more for your workers, then this is probably what you're going to buy over the MetaQuest or whatever it is. So I think that Apple is doing a smart thing by kind of putting this like gate around the price point because they're carving out a different market. They're hitting a completely different like market as opposed to it's not going to be consumer based, right? It's going to be like utility, like logistics maybe, or creative team based for enterprises and stuff. So yeah. I think it's Apple. I think it's going to do well personally. That's my prediction is that it's actually going to be a pretty decent year for it. I don't think it'll land flat on its face.
No, I don't think so.
All the private Catholic high schools are probably going to get it for their students.
True. Yeah, dude. There's going to be some like really rich like that's not even a joke. There's going to be some rich private schools that just have these in in like their computer classrooms and stuff, and it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
All right, I got a couple quick ones for y'all. Alan Wake is coming to Dead by Daylight. I think that's pretty cool.
That is sick. Man, they get everybody up, in that game.
Dude, they do.
Jesus.
And I like that because like I don't really know how their Supermassive's next game, the casting of Frank Stone's going to work, but it's about Dead by Daylight, the lore of that, which as far as I'm concerned, that means Alan Wake might be in Dead by, might be in the game.
Oh.
So excited for that. And as the podcast's resident capitalist, I couldn't help but notice that Steam is having a sale.
Oh, dude, this sale name is so funny.
Economy
it's so
Fest.
funny.
I was like, "What is this?" But it's basically just around like sim games sim like resource economy management games. Sales on a bunch of those. So I thought that was funny. Pretty cool.
That's a pretty funny one. I mean, the number one the one on my wish list that's ready to go is Roller Coaster Tycoon 3.
Bro, there's literally one called Drug Dealers.
What simulator? What?
Oh my god.
Drug dealer simulator. It's on sale for $359. I might.
Yeah, we got some big ones. I was gonna say Papers, Please should be on here, but it's kind of not really a capitalism thing. It's kind of the opposite at the end of the day.
Or what if they put on like all the like Iraq/Afghanistan era shooter games like
SOCOM?
Yeah, stuff like that. Like just military industrial complex.
Oh, yeah.
Style games.
Yeah, no.
They could fit into capitalism.
I mean, honestly, No Man's Sky kind of fits in this category as well. If you think about it.
Resource extraction.
Deep Rock Galactic, same thing.
Rock and Stone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lethal Company.
Settlers of Catan should just be here somehow.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
I mean, you can just play Settlers of Catan.
I know that, Mickey. I know. That was a joke. All right.
Yeah.
No, I'm just messing with you, Mickey.
All right, boys. We've been we're at about an hour here. We got anything else?
Go ahead, Mickey. Go
ahead. I've got a high note we
Please.
can end off on.
Get us high.
Many are familiar with the original game of Tetris.
Ooh,
very recently,
the
game, for the very first time, has been beaten by a human. A 13-year-old boy got to a level 157 and crashed.
He got a kill
screen.
Dude.
on Tetris, which was thought to be humanly impossible.
Dude, that's so crazy. Willis Gibson, aka Blue Scooty.
Yep.
Yeah, he beat Tetris.
Blue Scooty.
What a name.
Yeah.
He beat
Well,
Tetris.
apparently it happened a few days later too. By some, like, as soon as people thought it was possible, it just immediately got done again by a couple of players.
Yeah, the reason why people like recently thought that it was now possible to do this because they found a new technique to actually like play the game.
Is it hitting the back of the controller? Yeah.
Yeah, it's hitting the back of the controller to use multiple fingers to get more button presses in instead of focusing on.
Do you guys know about that? Do you guys know about that?
One finger
Or like how that works?
I don't know about that.
So the NES controller, like it's just like a D-pad, right? And when you tap the D-pad left and right, you're giving like the D-pad has to normalize to like level, and then you have to hit it again. Like you basically have to like think about the physical limitations of a D-pad at like the microscopic level. It has to like go left and right, right?
Yeah.
So what people figured out is if you just like turn the controller around and you tap the back of the NES controller, you're able to do the input for left and right by tapping the back. And it happens faster because there's no physical limitation of the D-pad. So if you look at pro Tetris players now that play NES Tetris, which is like the standard one that they play, like you see people are just rolling their fingers on the back of the controller like that. And it's faster.
Like they're just tapping the plastic?
They're tapping the plastic on the back of the controller, and it is registering the input for left or right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was recently discovered like
That's
a couple
pretty
years
insane.
ago, I think, right, Mickey? It's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
That's so badass.
Well, the technique itself was because that technique is used for like mashing games. That's how super fast mashers have done it for years now. For like I know for at least 5 years, that technique's been around. But for this case specifically, it was for this application of it. Yeah, it was pretty recent that it was discovered.
Dang.
Probably like in the last year or two.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Did you guys,
But yeah, and then he also dedicated that to his father, who passed away a month prior to this accomplishment, and was the person who got him into gaming.
Wait, did
So
you
that
just
was
say he
very
died because
special.
of this? So he's
No.
okay.
No, I was saying he just dedicated. The
Oh yeah, okay.
kill
So-
screen,
I thought you
So
died trying to
this
break
is-
the record. That one's sick.
So this
Yeah.
reminds me of one thing, and this is me adding to it. This was achieved after how many years, Mickey? 34? Or no, 30. Yeah, 34
Maybe
years
longer.
ago, Tetris came out, right? And somebody achieves this for, as we know, or from what we know, the very first time someone does this. And then a few days later, 2 more streamers actually were able to do it: Fractal161 and Pixel Andy. So this kid, Willis Gibson or Blue Scooty, like broke the barrier for other people to do it right away. And there's this like really cool phenomenon. Like, and they mentioned it in this article. I know this story from actually that show Winning Time on HBO Max.
it was about this like
The
something
4-minute mile. You guys know
right?
that story?
The 4-minute mile.
The 4-minute mile was thought to be just the impossible like threshold that no human being could break through. Like the 4-minute, it was impossible to run under a 4-minute mile until Roger Bannister successfully did it in like the 50s. And the moment he did it, other people did it like that year. Yeah,
It's such a
because
cool
like
phenomenon.
until someone is
Yeah.
able to physically break the barrier of something, people don't think it's possible and they don't try. And like,
we got to keep making barriers.
yeah, yeah. Well, there's the 3-minute mile.
2-minute
There-
mile.
there's the
2-minute mile. You won't get it.
There's the 3-minute
30-second mile.
You won't.
Yeah, let's just tell the whole. Well, the 3-minute mile has not been broken. So man,
What is
what's
the fastest
crazy
mile
is think
time?
about this. I don't think the 3-minute mile has been broken, but I could.
No.
There's no.
way.
But
No,
see,
there's no
us
way.
saying there's no way is what people were saying about the 4-minute mile before it was
Yeah.
broken. So like, it's us saying that it's impossible is still a fallacy, even when we're saying like no
People
way.
were probably saying that about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We need a break because right now the record is 3:43.
Cars will never go 50
Right.
miles an hour.
You'd have to be running. Hold on, what's the 400-meter record?
Oh, how many miles per hour you'd have to run to
Well, I don't know that, but I mean,
someone do the math?
the 400-meter world record is 43 seconds. So like,
Okay.
you'd have to almost run you'd have to run basically 3 4-world records to get that.
Hey, man, all I'm saying is that people just 100 years ago were saying the exact same thing about the 4-minute mile, and it happened. So things are possible. That's what's crazy. Just like people beating Tetris to bring it to circle it.
So to go 2 minutes per mile, you'd have to be running 30 miles per hour.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's as fast as a car. It's like if I saw someone running 30 miles an hour, I would call the cops. Like I would go like, that guy is on drugs.
They could get a DUI. If
yeah, dude, no way.
I'd pull him aside and ask for whatever he's having.
Fucking the A train gonna kill someone running that fast.
Dude, for real.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. I think that covers everything, huh? This has been a fun one. I think we covered some fun stuff. This is our first like topical news one of the year, so getting our feet wet again. Yeah.
Yep. Oof. All right, everyone. As always, follow the podcast. You can find us online at online at TFE Podcast. That's at TFE Podcast with an S at the end. As well, you can shoot us an email, thanksforplayingpod@gmail.com, or go to our website, thanksforplaying.live. If you go to that website, thanksforplaying.live, you'll notice a link to our Discord. Discord is the best place to reach myself, Lucas Chambers, the Milkman, and Hot Mickey. Coming out, it's a good time. We got a great community in there. It's a lot of fun. As well, if you go to the link tree on any of our social media handles, you will find a link to our Discord there. Or, of course, as always, you can just shoot us an email at thanksforplayingpod@gmail.com and ask us directly for an invite there. And go ahead and let us know what game you're most excited for in 2024. Shoot us an email. We'll read it off in the next episode. We'd love to hear from you. And
last thing we almost forgot. Mickey, you have to crown our champion for the Fantasy Football League. And our whatever the opposite of a champion is.
Loser.
Let me pull up the standings real quick because I forgot off the top of my head. TFE League standings. Okay. So last week, not the previous week. New Year's weekend. The fantasy football for most people, the season has ended, and that includes our Thanks for Playing Fantasy Football League. And grand finals was a hard-fought battle between our very own Abel versus my friend David from Smash. And because of CD Lamb having a monster day,
that's all it was.
Carrying David's team to victory in a 168-point to a 136-point victory.
What a shootout.
And David is the first ever TFP Fantasy Football League champion.
There we go.
There you go.
And then we also had Toilet Bowl, which you progress in the opposite way. If you lose, you progress to the next round. And Lucas avoided the devastating last place.
Barely did.
And
well, I didn't barely. Yeah.
He barely. No. It wasn't.
I
barely.
won the game, but I would. Yeah, but
before.
Still, jeez, it was way too stressful.
you had a round to spare, but if you did make it to the next round, you only scored 80 points.
Yeah.
You would have lost. But you didn't look at your team.
Yeah, I wasn't setting my lineup
because you didn't have anything to play for anymore. But the person who ended up getting last place in our league is
Javenko. That's Javon. That's Hyalet's brother.
Javenko.
So he's got to play. He's got to play some game that David wants him to play.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the punishment. So, real quick, who's winning the Super Bowl? Mickey.
I think Ravens are. I think it's gonna be Ravens 49ers.
That's what I think.
Once again,
actually, Chambers.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
I am a fan of the Joe Flacco storyline. Joe Flacco.
Man, whatever happened to Tommy DeVito? Man, there was like a good week there where he was gonna bring it. He was gonna bring it home.
He got concussed. They benched him. They turned on the Italians.
Yes,
it's fucked up.
He got so mad at the Italian shit.
Oh man. All right, boys. I think we're good. I think we did the promo, right? We announced the champ. We're done.
Wait, aren't you gonna ask me who I think?
Matt, who's winning?
Who's winning, Matt?
Oh hell yeah, Matt! Oh yeah, Matt's a Rams fan now. He's just a Rams guy.
He switched.
Yeah, man.
See, I'm just waiting for the Chargers to hire Jim Harbaugh. That's what I'm waiting for.
Next year's our year, though, right, Mickey?
Next year's our year. Well, it's more likely the year after, but
yeah, it's all good, baby.
Next year, baby.
I'm patient. All right, everyone. This has been. Thanks for playing. Catch you next time. Skip it up.